What are some steps that I can take to build something that lasts 20 years?
Not treating the people that you work with as employees. You make sure if I eat, you eat. I train, you train. What I know, you know. There are no secrets. And when you are able to do that with your people that you work with, it doesn't feel like they're going to work. They're literally working to build themselves up to be where you are one day. And that is the goal. That's how you know you're successful.
You got any in particular credit unions for them that you like?
You start with making sure your profile is good. Then you go, I love credit union. ViStar is good.
Okay.
Navy Federal is good. First Tech is great. Alliant is good.
Yes.
There's so many good credit unions out there. Don't be afraid to become a member.
How much do they need to come into this business with? What are some of the biggest mistakes salon owners make? Was that the first salon you started? What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Darius back with another episode of Influence to Impact podcast, where we have influential conversations, y'all. And today I wanted to bring y'all a special episode, someone who is out here crushing it. And it's different. A lot of people are looking for, like, what do I put my funding into? And she is out here changing the world, killing it with the salon, in the salon industry. And she's helping some of y'all go from just making money on your feet to starting to get this money on your sleeve. I want to introduce my homie, Selena. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to have you on.
Good to meet you.
Yes. Welcome to the pod. I'm so excited for this episode because a lot of times we talk about, just credit and funding, but it's good that we have a lot of entrepreneurs in different industries, and I always wondering, like, well, what do I put this funding into? And me and you had a conversation before the podcast, and I'm excited for it. Before we get into any game, though, right? I love for the people to get to know you as a person. I'm big on, like, people buy from people first, products and services second. So who is Selena and what do you do?
All right, now, well, Selena is born and raised Philly made.
Okay.
Love my hometown.
Dope.
Mother, Wonder Woman. Father, superhero.
Love that.
We basically grew up in pretty much in an era where food stamps.
Okay. Yep.
The paper.
Yeah.
You can rip it out the paper. You can rip it out the paper. But I relocated from Philly to Florida back in the early 90s, mid 90s.
Okay.
To say that I love home, but there's another space out here that I need to be able to see.
I love that.
Lived in Florida.
Love that.
27 years.
In Miami or?
No. We wanted to raise children. I have 3 kids.
Get out. You got to get out of there, not the city. Okay.
Tallahassee, Florida, actually.
Okay.
Tallahassee, Florida. And in Tallahassee, Florida, I was able to start a salon who is still it is still thriving 26 years later.
Wow. That's amazing.
Which is really unheard of.
Yeah.
In today's industry. Most times salon suites, everyone want to be their own boss. But the beauty of it, I was able to be successful is because I was able to treat everyone like family.
I love it.
I have staff members been with me over 20 years. One just celebrated 20 years.
Wow.
Since 15. We'll be 40 this year.
Shout out to that.
You have to build a family to be successful.
I love that. A question about that, because a lot of people, what they do is they'll start businesses. And when we talk about 20 plus years, there's something that you're doing different from most other people. And when you say it's about building family, what are some actionable steps? Someone out there saying, okay, what are some steps that I can take to build something that lasts 20 years?
Not treating the people that you work with as employees.
Okay.
You make sure if I eat, you eat.
I love that.
I train, you train. What I know, you know. There are no secrets.
That's so good.
And when you are able to do that with your people that you work with, it doesn't feel like they're going to work.
That makes sense.
They don't feel like they're working for you. They're literally working to build themselves up to be where you are one day. And that is the goal. That's how you know you're successful, is then when you look back and you see the people that were working with you, now they're building up to build their own salons, build their own suites, raise their children.
I love that.
Getting ready.
Yep.
For the next step.
That's so good. One of my first coaches, he said, if you help people get what they want, you'll get everything you want. And I think so many times we come up with a scarcity mindset of, if they grow, then it hurts me. But what I'm hearing you say is, no, as they grow, you grow, right?
Correct.
And I think it's a situation where eventually you want to see people grow if you're a true leader. And one thing you said that was so good was like you're training, they're training, so they're watching you, and because you're leading by example, it's easier for them to follow suit. That's so good.
If you were to sit down and interview every last one of them, they will tell you where they went from commission. No more commission. You guys can pay for your own rent throughout the week. Y'all got it.
That's
We
hard.
build up your client. As I build client, you build client.
That's good.
So when people call, they looking for someone, they know they can not only go in my chair, they can go in his chair, her chair, their chair.
That's good. That's
so
good.
There isn't a one-man show.
Was that your first, the one in Tallahassee, was that the first salon you started?
That was the very first salon I started.
Wow.
And when I relocated from Tallahassee to Atlanta, I have a mom, like my mom. Oof, I wear her around my neck every day because she is my my savior, my grace. My mother moved to Florida with me in 2014.
Okay.
And she was blind all her life. Raised 5. I'm the youngest of 5. But she never complained. Never ever complained. She had peripheral color, but she couldn't see. I could be sitting right next to her. She wouldn't even know it was me.
Wow.
So in 2021, she went in complete darkness. Woke up, no vision at all. And I remember that day like it was yesterday. And she said, I said, Mom, why you got your shades on in the airport? She said, baby, I'm in complete darkness. I said, no, you can still see shadows. Don't you see what color I have on? She said, no, I'm in complete darkness. And I got quiet. She knew I started to cry.
Yeah.
She said, no, don't you dare. She said, because God allowed me to be able to see the shadows of you and your brother and your sisters for over 70 years. When they told me I was going to be blind at the age of 4. So no, I'm blessed.
Yes.
I got right. My mind is right, and I can hear you. So in 2000, that same year, cancer. Wow. Cancer just stricken her body, just wreaked havoc. But she still was just like, God got me.
Yes.
God got me. And then she said, oh yeah, by the way, we're moving to Atlanta. No, we're not. Why are you telling all of our family we're moving to Atlanta? She said, because exactly what you did here
you could do
in Florida for 26 years, you can do this somewhere else. You can be teaching other people how to be successful like you were here.
Absolutely.
In another state. I said, but Mom, I'm living a good life here.
Yeah.
Children doing well.
Yep.
Money flowing.
Yep.
But I need to leave. She said, because it's time for you to start a new chapter. So when she transitioned in 22, I didn't understand. Her faith was so strong that when she went to sleep and she went to eternal sleep, I was like, Mom, how are you able to be so strong throughout all of this? Never complain. So at her funeral, after we funeralized our mom, I looked at my sister. I said, we moving. She said, what? I said, we out of here.
Crazy. Making it happen.
We out. Yeah. We literally put my house on the market and moved to Atlanta.
Wow.
Sure did. In less than 2 weeks. So I came up here with faith.
On faith.
On faith.
That's it.
Knowing that I can do exactly what I did there. Here, but even on a bigger scale.
That's so better. Good. That's so good.
So now I can not only teach other salon owners, other pure entrepreneurs, even just everyday walk of life, how to strategize
That's
to
so
be
good.
successful.
Shout out to Mom Dukes. I love that story. And you said something so good. It was like you came up on faith, and I always say entrepreneurship is a faith-based sport. And you can choose faith or you can choose fear. You can never choose both. And I feel like from what I heard from your story, your mom, what she did was she instilled her confidence in you. And now she was like, it ain't on you, it's in you. It's who you are. So shout out to you for taking that challenge, because sometimes someone else could have said, I'm still going to play it safe. But you said at this point, playing it safe has gotten me where I'm at, and I'm happy, but there's another level. There's another place. There's more lives that you can touch. So shout out to you. I love that story. And it's a testament to the things you're doing now. So for you, what are some of the biggest mistakes that salon owners make when starting their salon companies?
Using their own money.
Talk about
Jesus.
it. Talk about it.
We're salon people in the industry. We used to that cash every day.
Good cash too,
cash.
right? Yeah.
But just as surely as it go in your pocket,
just as surely as it go out,
it's going out. So
Facts.
you're saying, oh man, I made $100 in 1 hour. And then you look and say, oh, I just lost $89 that same hour. But you're not looking at that. Really, all you're looking at is what you just made. You're not looking at what you just lost.
So do you have a strategy for people to, because I feel like all business owners, that is a big thing. We're not knowing our numbers. Do you have like a particular strategy that you have people use to be able to keep track of their numbers, money coming in, money going out, or what do you suggest to them?
QuickBooks.
QuickBooks. I love that.
Keep really, you have to go back, reach back in the early 80s when checks and balances. So when you got paid those $300, you look to say, okay, I just spent $180. I just spent $90. Oh, I got $2 for the rest of the week. You literally can see. We had a book. Now we got computers.
So good. So good.
So no more ledgers.
Yeah.
But you do need that ledger.
You know your okay.
You need that ledger.
Know your numbers. QuickBooks, y'all. Make sure y'all get on it because, like you said, if you don't know your numbers, you don't have a business. Now, I've met people and they're like, "Man, I'm making 6 figures or making even 7 figures," and it's like, yeah, but they don't know where the money's at. And it's like, that's what happens. You think I made all this money, but you got taxes, you got expenses, you got all these things. You live in life. You trying to, you upping your expenses, but you didn't account for the, the money you have to spend. So that's a gem right there. What are some of the things, just so someone watching this saying, okay, what type of money do, and then we're going to go into how to get the money, but how much do they need to come into this business with, and what type of inventory do they need to account for?
So, now I'm going to go back to what I went into the business with.
Yeah. Yep.
I went into the business with $500 a month was our rent. Okay. But today's society is totally different. You can't do that anymore. So I would say, at least $50,000.
Okay.
If you got at least $50,000 using other people's money.
That's it.
You don't have to use yours. But if you use other people's money, just like they invested, you invest your money in these banks, you put it in there, and then they make millions off of your $500. They'll turn that $500 into a good $10,000.
Easy.
So now it's time to use their money.
That's it.
And make it where we flip it and make $10,000 off of their money.
Absolutely.
So that's what we're doing.
I love that. Okay, so about $50,000 to get into it. All right, the $50,000. What is that going into? Obviously, the rent. Do they need like a lot of equipment? What is that going into? Marketing?
So $50,000. Well, marketing is cheap now because you can do it online.
Online, truth.
See, back then we had to pay for billboards. Okay, so marketing is a little bit different.
Okay.
But however, you can at least put down 2 to 3. I always say at least 3 months of rent.
Okay.
So if you have a rent, your overhead is about $1,000. That's $3,000 you need to put to the side.
I love it.
Because nowadays, everyone wants to be their owner, so salon suites are really big. So you put your $3,000 to the side. You have your shampoo bowl, but once again, most salon suites have a shampoo. You got a shampoo bowl and a chair for you.
Okay.
So now you could put your money into strategizing online.
Love it.
Word of mouth. Really, marketing is your key.
Love that.
But you must have that extra money while you're trying to build the clientele.
Yes.
You got that extra flow while you're trying to build the clientele up?
You good.
You're good.
Like that safety net.
That's safety.
Yeah, and it's so true. It's like when people are going in with cash, it's like, okay, if one thing goes wrong, you stuck. But when we about to get y'all to play how to get this funding from the banks, it's like, I got a little breathing room, right? I love that. And one thing you said, I always say is like marketing is, I believe that after you create a good product, right, or you have a good product, marketing is the number one thing that's going to blow up your brand. If you don't got customers, you don't got a business. You got to have the best looking suite, the best looking salon, the best looking gym. If you ain't got the people, you ain't got no money, right? Marketing wise, whether it's online, let's say online, because I know every industry has like different things that do well. My guess would be, and correct me if I'm wrong, is it like the before and after pictures of like your clients that performs the best, or is it other things? What are some of the best marketing strategies or content strategies?
Word of mouth.
Referrals. Okay.
Oh, word of mouth.
That makes sense.
Because when I moved here from Florida to Atlanta, I had no clients. Not one. When I say not one,
literally,
I did a little bit of advertising online. After that, word of mouth.
Wow.
have me full to capacity.
That's lit.
Doing sister locks every day, all day.
I love that.
And in the midst of doing that, I get to speak to other entrepreneurs. So the type of business that we're in, that word of mouth.
That's it.
So the clients, really the clientele that I'm helping now, build strategy, build funding, build credit profiles, they're in my chair.
In your chair, yeah.
They're literally sitting in our chair.
That's so good. And the crazy thing is, we always say your network is your network is your net worth. But what happens is you get our own clientele, they're entrepreneur, they know all entrepreneurs. So now you have a high quality clientele and they got money. So your prices is gonna be you feel me?
They understand the price is the price.
The price is the price, exactly. Y'all can't be telling people y'all price, and not pay her price. I love that.
The price is the price.
That's so good. All right, so we went over marketing, referral base, y'all, word of mouth. That's why you gotta have a good product. A good product or service makes everything else easier because, I always say the difference is, even if you saw an ad and the ad said that Selena is great at doing hair, that would be cool. But if someone tells you I went to her and she's lit, that's a lot stronger. It's a lot easier of a sell. I love that. Now the good stuff. We gotta talk about how to get to this 50,000. Cause shoot, they like, okay, I hear you, Selena, but how do I get this money? So if someone is coming to you and they're looking to get some funding, right? What is the first thing that they need in terms of positioning?
Credit profile. Listen, we as young people, we don't understand the importance of credit. Our parents believe no credit cards.
Yeah.
They put everything in their chest.
Yeah.
The wallet came out and to open it up, and the cigarettes and the cash was right
Facts.
there.
Yeah.
We don't want. They didn't believe in credit cards.
That's it.
They didn't believe in lines of credit. Some of them didn't even believe in banks. Money was kept under the mattress.
That's it. Most of them, forever. You ain't lying.
Yeah. So
I love that.
Now we're looking at
opportunity.
Don't mess up your credit.
Absolutely.
But guess what? If you do,
could always be
restored. It can always be disputed and restored.
That's a fact. What are some what do you tell people? Because I know a lot of people are like, well, where do I start? Do I start at credit unions? Do I start at big banks? Where do you tell people or recommend people start at?
So first, you start with making sure your profile is good.
I love it.
Okay. Then after your profile is structured, then you go, I love credit unions. I love building relationships with credit unions.
She about to sauce y'all up.
I love credit unions.
You got any in particular credit unions for them that you like?
ViStar's good.
Okay.
Navy Federal's good. First Tech is great.
Oh yes, she's talking.
Alliant is good.
Yes.
There's so many good credit unions out there. Don't be afraid to become a member.
Yeah, got to.
Because most of them think that, oh, okay, well, how did you become a Navy Federal member? Did you have someone in the military? Yep. Actually, I did. My son was in the Navy. Oh, However, it's not what you know. It's who you know. Talk to them. It cannot be that many people in the world with military
relatives, right?
Military relatives. It's just not. But because you know somebody who's a family member of a person who was, we're talking about like 40 generations. 40 generations. Fact. So closed mouth don't get fed.
That's a fact.
So as I help them, I can help you.
Absolutely. That's so good. She just gave y'all to play low key. I hope y'all picked up what she's putting down. Yeah. Closed mouths don't get fed and closed mouths don't get bread. And you want both. So make sure you lock in. I love that. So after they become a member, right? In terms of like relationships, do you recommend them just like applying off the rip or building a relationship? And if so, how do they build a relationship?
So with credit unions, you can go ahead and make small deposits. Okay, so I'll give you a good play.
Yep.
My 18-year-old daughter, who has been an entrepreneur since 16, working with me doing sister locks. Okay, so I told her, I said, baby, it's time for you to level up.
Yeah.
It's time for you to get your first credit card. And we're not going for $5,000 and $3,000. We're going for $25,000. So she was like, Mom, how do I do that? I said, first, we're going to go ahead and lock you in with Navy Federal. So she locked in with Navy Federal. She applied. They said no. They denied her. I said, oh, don't worry about that. What we're going to do is go ahead and make some deposits into this Navy Federal account.
That's it.
We're going to make these deposits. We're going to go ahead and let it season for about a good 2 months. Not 2-3 months, but just go ahead and let them see small, consistent deposits. So now transfer when your clients are paying, You drop that money, drop it in Navy Federal.
Yep.
She went back and applied. They gave her $25,000.
Woo! Running the play.
$25,000. That was her very first credit card.
So she went from getting denied
to $25,000.
To $25,000 off of deposits.
Off of building deposits. Now, when you're dealing with banks, some banks are a little bit different, like Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
I'm with them as well. They're relationship banks. So they really want you to be able to, they want to be able to build a relationship. They want to be able to see you putting money into so they can invest your money, y'all.
100%.
So they can make money off of your money, okay?
That's a fact.
So they
That's
can
a
make money.
fact.
So there are just different banks that are relationship banks. You have Truist.
I love it.
Another relationship bank. They want to be able to see you deposit some money into those accounts.
Absolutely.
So now here we are. Now that I've made those deposits, and then open up those business accounts.
Got to early.
Don't be afraid to open up, because most of these people have businesses.
Yes. They're not maximizing.
They're not maximized. Oh, take that LLC that you've had for 2-3 years. Go ahead and make sure that it's annual report is on point. Is on point.
Exactly.
Go open up. It doesn't cost money to open up a bank account.
Doesn't. Nope. Low effort, low time.
That's it.
It goes a long way.
It goes along. And then once you open up that bank account, they're going to be you're going to start getting stuff in the mail.
Exactly.
They're going to come to you.
Exactly.
They're going to, because really they want you to get those credit cards.
100%. That's how they're making their money.
They want you to get those lines of credit.
Absolutely. Now, of course, they're becoming salon owners too, right? Talk about the structuring their business the right way, because a lot of people, they're under the assumption that they just get an LLC and then boom, they go in there. So what are some things that people can look out for or know when they're going to set up their salon business the right way?
So for one, ironically, so I told you I had an open salon for the past 26. I'm now converting that into salon suites.
Okay.
Because now those same employees, those same team, they're not my employees, they're my same team
members.
My team members can now sustain themselves. They don't need me.
They don't need you. They can grow.
They can grow.
So it's like they have their salons, just so I'm actually learning, because I always hear people talk about salon suites now. So basically the difference is with salon suites, they each have their own basic business within your business.
So I'm the gatekeeper. I'm just the keeper. I'm just a dweller.
That's hard.
They're
That's
inside
hard.
Doing what they do. They're their own boss. They're their own LLC. So once they have their LLC set up,
then they're good.
Then I go ahead and teach them how to strategize with that LLC.
Hard.
I teach them how to go to Chase.
Okay.
I teach them how to open up those bank accounts.
I love it.
I teach them how to make sure their credit profile is on point.
Fire.
And then once they do that, then they can go in there and they can get the business funding. Then they too can start preparing to own their own salon suite. And then actually dwell in their own salon suite.
They'll understand. She literally, I love this, because you're talking from the perspective of impact, right? And we know impact is income is a byproduct of impact. And what you're doing is you're really breaking down the play on how you've evolved and how they can do the same thing. And it's like a each one teach one thing, where it's like they come in the door, you put in work, and then eventually you grow when you do your own thing, right? To that person who is like, okay, I'm working all these hours right now, I'm putting in the work. How do they take this money and now use it to transition to where they don't have to be behind the chair so much, right? Because a lot of people making money on their feet, but we got to start making money in our sleep. So what does that look like?
That looks like reaching out to me.
That's it.
That looks like reaching out to me so I can show you the strategy.
I love that.
So I can show you how to stay, like I said, stop being a slave behind the chair, but then being a slave standing on your feet. And now slaving sitting in the chair.
That's it. So
that's what we do.
So we go from, so basically she said, y'all need to tap in with her. So
tap into me.
Right. and where can the people find you on your social media platforms, just so they know?
So I have a few different platforms they can reach out to me. So you can always come to me personally, DM me and say, fund my business.
Okay.
Selena Alexander _.
Love it.
And then also you can go to naturally, the letter U, tally.net.
Okay.
Or naturally, it's at naturally you tally.
Okay.
And then once again, send me a message and say, fund my business.
I love that.
Fund my business. And I'm not a gatekeeper. I believe in.
You gave a lot of sauce today, so we know she ain't gatekeeping. I love it.
We have to be able to uplift one another.
Absolutely.
We have to be able to teach us how to be entrepreneurs. 100. Teach us how to be the business owners.
100.
Teach us how to get retired early. This is retiring early.
Facts.
Social Security is not here for us.
That's a fact. She ain't told no lies.
It's not here for us.
Yeah. I love that. And I'm gonna drop because I know a lot of y'all gonna want to follow her. I'm gonna drop your social medias in the handle and then your website and the handle so the people make sure y'all DM her the word fund business.
Fund business. We're not just funding individuals, but we will help you fund your individuals to get you prepared
to the business side.
Because there's steps to this.
I love it. Hey, make sure y'all tap in with Selena. She's going to show you how to get your credit profile right, how to go get some funding, and then how to take this funding and allocate it to running your own salon business, not working your own salon business. You might start like that, but she's going to help you transition. So essentially, you're going to come to her and learn how to start, grow, and scale your business. I love it. Any final words that you would give to the people? Someone who right now, they're trying to figure out life. They want to change their life in the next 90 days. What are one or two things that you would tell that person?
Pay things on time.
Shit. Facts.
Go ahead and set up that auto pay. Listen, most auto pays are only what you snack on every day, $26 a month.
That's it.
Set your bills on auto pay. Don't think that we gonna remember the 19th has come and we're going to remember, oh, we wake up in the morning, I need to pay that. But then we go to sleep and wake up the next day and say, shoot, I forgot.
Exactly.
Set your bills on auto pay. And then if you pay more, that's better.
That's exactly. Yep.
That get rid of late fees.
That's it.
Banks love late fees. You just giving them
free money. Extra money. Exactly.
We don't want to give them no more free money.
They already taking a lot. Shoot. I love that. I appreciate you sharing that with the people. Selena, you crushed it today. Thank you for coming on and blessing my podcast. Absolutely. Y'all, another episode of Influence to Impact podcast. We have influential conversations. I'm going to have her links in the description. Make sure y'all follow her. Tell her I sent you. Show her some love. She's out here crushing it. A lot of y'all I know at home, y'all making some money, but y'all always complain. Y'all hands hurting. Y'all always complain y'all on y'all feet. Make sure you lock in with her so you don't get locked out. And until next time, we will see y'all. Peace.